Have you ever been at a party or at a bar and you're chatting to a handsome man, and even though you sense he's interested in you, you're not 100% sure if he's just being nice or if he's actually flirting with you? The reality is sometimes the best guys are not the best flirters. They can be awkward, or their flirting style is so subtle that it can make it a little tricky for women to know if he's keen or not. Stay with me, as this is what today's video is all about. I'll be revealing the secret signs that he's flirting with you and what to do about it. Hi, I'm Nadine Peart, a dating and lasting attraction coach for smart, savvy women and the founder of Healthy You, Healthy Love. I'm also the creator of 4 world-leading love and relationship programs, including Unlock His Heart and Never Lose Him. If you've not heard of me, then this is the place to be, as I answer all of your unanswered questions about understanding men, wholehearted commitment, and lasting attraction. Now, before we continue, please be sure to comment below and let me know if there's anything specific you'd like me to help you with, and if there's a topic you'd like me to do a video on. I want to find out about who you are and what your needs are, so I can support you on your path to big, sexy love. Now, the reason why it's so important to know how men flirt is that I don't want you to forego the opportunity to get a man to ask you out due to shyness or perhaps misread intentions. Also, if you've met online or through an app, the impersonal nature of online messaging and texting can make the confusion even worse. What tone was he using when he asked that question? What's with that emoji? Figuring this out is already complicated. Add to that the worry of pushing away a guy that you like, you've got the perfect recipe for your overthinking mind to run amok. When overthinking starts dictating your actions, you may miss all the signs you need to look for that reveal that this man is as keen on you as a hungry tiger in the African jungle. If you're wondering, is he flirting with me or is he just being nice, then stick around as I tell you all the subtle ways that he secretly likes you. Number 1, the non-verbal tells. Non-verbal cues are amazing windows to a man's intentions, but they are so subtle that plenty of women miss them. If he's flirting with you, you'll see him adjusting his clothes or fixing his hair while he's talking to you. He may even lick his lips a little bit more than what you consider normal. Women also do this and sometimes add a slight pout. If he does these things, then this is him subconsciously making himself look good for you. I remember being on a date with a guy who kept pulling his top away from his stomach. It was a hot day and he was wearing a t-shirt, and he must have felt a little self-conscious about his mid-region, so he was fidgeting. He was nervous, which means even if a man fumbles around while talking to you, a man who's interested will still be paying attention to you. You may notice him raising his eyebrows and smiling during conversations. Conversely, he's not fumbling, though does he seem to zone out when you talk? When a man does this, yes, it could mean he's not all that interested in you, and yet it's quite common for a man to somewhat lose his mind around a woman he likes. Why does this happen? Because he has another conversation going on in his mind. One involves how beautiful you are, how attracted he is to you, how lovely you look in that dress, how gorgeous your smile is, and whether you actually like him too, and this distracts him from the actual conversation you're having with him. When we're excited, we can become less grounded, and this can make us seem a little distracted or even rude, which is far from what he's intending to do. If he does this and continues to want to get to know you more, he's not rushing off, then he's probably really into you. But do you know the top non-verbal flirting tells that men do? In an interview published in Time magazine, psychologist Dr. Monica Moore said that social dominance is the most effective way that men flirt. For example, you've not met this man, though you've noticed each other from across the room. The key non-verbal cues that indicate attraction include him directing more brief glances your way and doing some space maximization gestures, like extending his arm across the adjacent chair. They also engage in non-reciprocated touching with other men, like playful shoving or elbowing their ribs. Touching is also one of the most obvious ways that men flirt. This is, of course, the non-aggressive kind. A study published in the Journal of Social Influence found that men who gave women gentle touches, or what they called light tactile contact, is more effective at flirting. This includes a light touch on the forearm or shoulder or a handshake. So the bottom line here is when we like someone, nerves can take over and we can miss the key clues of mutual attraction. Number 2, relationship status scoping. Say you start chatting to a man at the gym and he starts to subtly suss out if you're in a relationship or not so subtly. He does this because he wants to scope the competition. He might ask, did you see that movie with your boyfriend? How's your love life going? Surely you're not single. It may sound corny, but he also may ask you, how come a beautiful girl like you is single? And variations thereof. Then that's a clear sign that he's flirting. If he's in a relationship or not interested, he won't care about your relationship status. That is, unless you're flirting with him and he wants you to know that he's not on the market. Number 3, digging for common ground. If you're flirting with a guy and you're unsure if he's reciprocating, pay close attention to the things he asks you. Men like to see if you have anything in common so they can gauge if you're compatible. If he's trying to look for things you have in common and then he hypes those things up, then he's definitely flirting with you. You both like dogs, he'll tell you about all the dogs he's taken care of before or he's volunteering at the local shelter. You both didn't like the movie adaptation of The Hobbit, you can bet that he'll sound excited and animated talking about that topic. You both believe in aliens, watch him as he shares with you all the YouTube videos on alien conspiracy that he's watched. Men who are just being nice won't bother looking for these things, they'll be finding a way to end the conversation or the date. Number 4, he's not looking at the clock. Men usually talk in a very straightforward manner. They get to the point so they can move on to other things. But a guy who is flirting with you, he'll converse differently. As I touched on in the last point, he'll ask you more details. What happened when you adopted that dog you found on the street? How did you resolve that issue with your boss? Instead of getting to the point, he may run around in circles a little until the topic is exhausted. He does this because he basically wants to spend more time with you. If you're not used to a man being so attentive and interested in you, you might find this a little intense, rather than the breath of fresh air that it is. Unless he's prying or being invasive, this is a trait to hold in high regard, to value, not run away from or admonish. So there you have it, the 4 signs he's in fact secretly flirting with you, and that's your cue to either subtly flirt back or be a little bit more direct. Did you know that the way you flirt with a man will determine how he sees you, either as someone he'd like to date long term or someone for fun, no strings attached? To help you know how to flirt in a way that attracts a man looking for love and commitment, then you must grab my free gift, Flirting for Love or Fun. You'll find the link in the description below. Now before I go, there is something critical that I want to share with you. You don't have to wait for a man to flirt with you first. It's okay to make the first move. So many women wait and wait and wait for men to make a move, though this is not great dating advice. Women are allowed to select the men they want to get to know, and how they select them can be as simple as smiling at him from across the room, holding eye contact for a bit longer than normal, or even asking him a question to see if he reciprocates. You've got nothing to lose, and in life, I'm a big believer in striking when opportunities present themselves. Too many people play it safe, and this is why they don't meet men, or they discourage men, often unintentionally. If you lack confidence or struggling to attract the men you want, then check out my program, Never Lose Him. In this program, I teach women a magnetizing technique that drives relationship-ready men wild. If you haven't seen it yet, it's called the Lips Method, and it's just one of the many techniques men love and quickly respond to that you can access right now in the link below. Just look for Never Lose Him in the description and it's yours. Also, if you have any friends who you think need to know how men flirt so they can flirt back in a way that attracts a man's love and devotion, then feel free to share this video with them. This might just be the very video they need to transform their love life. Of course, if you haven't already, please comment below, as I'd love to find out about who you are, and while you're at it, please do subscribe to this channel, as this will allow me to keep creating these videos for you. Just hit the subscribe button below this video and the bell button to get notified of our new videos every week. It's been a great honor to have you here with me. I encourage you to choose to love a little more every day in some way, and see you again soon.